What's up, Jefferson Multimedia? It's the last week before we turn in our laptops and we are done for the summer. As we're working on Baby Haunt Me one more time, I got one piece of advice for you. Dude, slow down. Yes, you need to change background sound effects or music with each of the chapter switches, like I've marked it at the Schoology post. Part 1 is the intro. Use whatever sound effects match the mood. Part 2 is a storm by the seaside. Part 3 is the man's dream, all swirly and weird. What would that sound like? And then have fun looking for sounds that work. Part 4 is when the ghost picks the man up and carries him away to heaven. There's a big explosion. That might be a good place to start. Next thing, don't immediately start with me talking. Give us some time before that where the background sounds are heard to set the mood before we hear the dialogue. Make the transitions between sections a second or two long. Stretch out the piece. Give it room to breath. Oops, there's a typo. Give it room to breathe. Let a 2-second gap between sections tell the audience that we've just switched chapters. Look for vague sound effects that express an emotion, not necessarily an action. Don't search for ghost woman carries guy off to the stars, then they explode. You're probably not going to find it. If you search for ghostly whisper, though, you might find something great. Finally, play only one piece of background music at a time and make sure it matches the mood. Let me play you just the beginning of my version of Baby Haunt Me One More Time, and I'll show you how I put it together. So I put a picture of a tornado on the timeline. Why? Because I just wanted to. But if you look at the way I've got this put together, ambient heaven sent, that's my background for the first part. Haunt me, baby, this is me talking. I have the background music start, and then there's a dark, echoing impact. And then my narration doesn't start until about 6 seconds in. Notice between each little clip, I've left a little space. Please don't squish all of my tracks together. Let's listen to mine and see what it sounds like.
How could I have seen what laid ahead for me when I moved into that old house by the sea? Were you murdered? Did you die alone? Did someone else release your spirit when they should have held you close?
Now, as I'm listening to this, is my background music too loud? If so, remember, click on it, go to your audio thing, and turn down that volume.
House by the sea. Were you murdered? Did you die alone? Did someone else release your spirit when they should have held you close? I can't see you, but I feel your haunting presence.
Closet door?
I take the Ouija board from the closet. I take the planchette in trembling fingers and ask you to speak. Your death was brutal.
Okay, just that section. My music just naturally ended right here, so I know I had to make like a chapter switch that I didn't write down. So I had the sound of the door as the closet opened and then the Ouija board, and I wanted to make it sound all supernatural and freaky and stuff. So notice I have 2 different sounds going on, and then what? I bring the voice in last. So we have time to hear the noise before the narrator tells me what's going on. I feel the narration from the sounds before the narration tells me what I'm thinking. And then I start the next section with the thunder crash. So here's another chapter switch.
I take the Ouija board from the closet. I take the planchette in trembling fingers and ask you to speak. Your death was brutal. The storms battered the coastline, destroying your home and everyone in it. There was no place to run. All was lost. But when those dark storm clouds...
All right, I think I want to fade in on that synth bass thing. Remember, head to your lightning bolt, grab your dissolve, drop it at the beginning, yeah? And you may want to stretch it out. So if you click on the effect, duration, let's make it longer. See if that sounds better.
All was lost. But when those dark storm clouds return with the first of spring each year, you return with them, mourning your own passing and your eternal heartbreak.
Now, this little bit is the end of the section by the sea, I think, but my sound effects just kind of stopped there. So I might want to find a little shorty to stretch it out to reach until the end of that section. So a lot of people are asking me, hey, help me find sounds. I'm like, no, Just look for the mood. Do the stuff we've been talking about all along. I know it's the last week, and we're tired, but I want to make this project really great. And if we rush through, we'll probably lose points because our work is so sloppy. So don't be afraid to take the time and do it well. And I'll grade as much as I can before Thursday because Friday, we turn our laptops in. That's all I got. Thanks. Bye-bye.